Angelina. I'm your interlocutor for IELTS B1 Life Skills Speaking and Listening Test. Elsie, you are candidate A. Layla, you are candidate B. This speaking test consists on 4 speaking sections and 1 listening section. So let's get started. Candidate A, can I have your full name, please?
My name is Elsie General Colmo. You can call me Elsie.
Where do you come from and where do you reside currently?
Well, I came from Philippines and I'm presently living here in Cyprus for 13 years.
Beautiful. Change it to come from, not came from. I come from Philippines.
Okay, Mom.
Can you say it again? Where do you come from and where do you reside? Now this is a mandatory question. Start over.
Okay. Well, I am Elsie General Colmo. Just call me Elsie, and then I come from Philippines and presently living here in Cyprus.
Thank you, candidate A. Candidate B, can I have your full name, please?
My name is Ilieva Leila, but you can call me Leila.
Could you tell me where you live and where do you come from?
I live in Moscow, Russia, and I reside here.
Now it is time for phase 1 of speaking. In this phase, candidate A will ask questions from candidate B and candidate B will question candidate A about the given topics. Candidate A, you will ask questions from candidate B about the things she likes about traveling. Okay? Candidate B, you will ask candidate A questions about wearing uniforms. Okay? So you guys have 1 minute to think about your questions. And after 1 minute, I will give you the instruction to speak. All right, candidate A, please ask your questions from candidate B about the things she likes about traveling.
Okay, candidate B, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay, what are the things that you love on traveling?
I like to travel by plane. It makes me happy, so I can try different food in different countries, and I can make new friends. And I can make new friends.
Okay. How often you travel?
Well, I'm trying to travel at least twice a year, but I think it is just about the coronavirus. Before coronavirus, I used to travel 6 or 7 times a year.
Okay. With whom you travel with?
Before coronavirus, I used to work as a cabin attendant. So I worked. I traveled when I worked. But now I'm traveling with my husband and just on my own.
Okay. And which places that you really love that when you travel?
Well, I really like Europe, United States, and some Asia countries like Indonesia and Vietnam.
Okay. And what is the what food that you like to eat when you are traveling?
Um, I like to try national cuisine. For example, in Vietnam, I must have to try pho soup. In Indonesia, I was in Bali, and I liked chicken with rice in Bali. Well, when I was in United States, I really liked those burgers with a French fry. And when I was in Europe, well, Spain, for example, I really love the sangria.
Okay. And what is the important things that you bring when you are traveling?
Um, it's, I think, the most important is to have a comfortable shoes with you, comfortable clothes with you, and maybe hat or Panama and sunglasses. Of course, if you travel to a sunny country, and if you travel to a snowy country or in winter time, you must have warm clothes also,
Okay.
besides the comfort.
And how many places that you went?
Oh, I've visited mm, I don't know how many places. I try to visit every historical place in every city I travel. Uh, in every city, yeah, I travel. But if we will talk about countries, I think I was in 20 or 25 countries in the world. I have visited 20 or 25 countries in the world.
That's lovely. That for uh, as you mentioned that you travel about how many countries? Which country is your favorite travel?
Well, I have two countries I like the most. It's in England and I think Thailand.
Okay, it's nice. Did you find the uh, England have a nice food while you're traveling?
Yes, I really like in England, and also I like the weather really in England because it's very similar to with our Moscow weather, and it's very comfortable for me. Also, I like the healthy policy, and I really like how uh, English laws works. I mean, in general, with people, how they take care of every citizen or of every English citizen.
Oh, it's nice. I wish someday
Hmm.
that I can travel too.
Well,
Okay, I
thank you
wish.
so much, candidate A, for your questions. Candidate B, now ask your questions about wearing uniforms.
Okay. Do you think wearing uniform is important for policemen?
Well, for me, wearing uniform in the policeman is really important because they are like a government officer. So many people are really want to notice them that they are a policeman and really respected, and because they are a piece of order in the country. So I think they are really needed to use the uniform or wear the uniform.
Okay. Uh, do you think wearing uniform is important for doctors?
Well, I think so, but usually, as I saw the doctor, they are just wearing the white uniform and they are just wearing some stethoscope on their, or they put in the stethoscope in their Nick. But when they are do some operation or they have some, a patient that they need for surgery, I think they are they need to wear their like a bacterial protection to, because it's really needed to have some good uniform when you are in the surgery to avoid some infection.
Okay. Do you think wearing uniform is uh, easy or uh, okay, easy for policemen due to they need to have some equipment on this uniform?
I think in wearing uniform in policeman and with some equipment as you ask, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think they are like a one package. If they are wearing uniform, they are like have some weapons or something like that. The weapons, and then I think you really emphasize them that they are policemen and they need to have some weapon or sometimes like that because they are the one who, you know, uh, do the rules for the peace of order in a city or to protect, to protect our of all humans in this country or city.
Okay. Do you think that wearing uniform helps other people recognize policemen in the crowded places?
Yeah, I think for me it's wearing uniform in a policeman is really really important because if they are wearing like civilian, so if there is any trouble and if they are going to rescue some trouble, I think they are not allowed because they are not on duty, because many policemen they are wearing uniform on duty. If they are not on duty, that's the time they are wearing some casual, but they cannot respond for any trouble because they are
Mhm.
out.
Mhm. Do you think it's hard to do laundry for uniform after wearing it?
Well, for me, talking about laundry of uniform, for me it's so easy because it's just like five pieces of uniform. It looks the same. It's the same style, so it's easy for washing and easy for iron. Not unlike that they are wearing some casual clothes that it's different design and it's different color. You need to like separate the color and designated everything that they are using. So for me it's easy for like washing.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, candidate B, for your beautiful questions. I never thought that you'd be able to come up
Yeah.
with questions about wearing uniforms. So beautiful. Okay, let's move to the next section of speaking. In this section, you're going to find out from each other about a topic that I will give. You have to talk about the topic for 1.5 minutes, and then your partner will ask you some questions about what you've said. So, candidate A, I would want you to talk about returning something that you bought recently. For 1.5 minutes, your partner will ask you some follow-up questions. Please talk about it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the recently things that I'm going to return in one shop because I bought some clothes, and then when I use it or I want when the time I feed it, it's not really nice to me.
Apologies, I want to stop you in here. Elsie, my tense is in the past.
Yeah.
Talk about an incident when you returned your clothes recently, or you returned something that you purchased recently. Returned. It had
Okay.
happened already.
Okay. So okay, I'm going to talk about the clothes that I was uh, returned to one shop, and then because when I try to fit on, it's not really fit on me, and there's something damage on, in some part. So when I went to the shop and I want to return, the sales lady don't want to accept it because they have there's a rules that no return, no exchange. And I was disappointed because I really like the clothes, but there is a damage. So I don't know what I'm going to do, and I try to begging the sales lady to if I can return it to the shop. So I talked to the manager, and then the manager also told me that no, they cannot, uh, you know, uh, change the clothes that I want to return. And then suddenly I come up to my mind that if I'm going to return this one or else, so I just only fix it to myself so I can wear the clothes. And then when I come back to the shop, they show me that the clothes that I'm wearing too. And so they are asking me how I can do it. I said I do it with myself. So they are really, really, really amazed that why I need to return before if I can do it by myself to fix it.
Candidate B, please ask your follow-up questions.
Okay. What was the clothes that you tried to return? What
Well,
was the type of?
the clothes that I want to return.
Leila, you can call it articles of clothes, right? Article, this is an article, right? One thing, a
Yeah.
t-shirt,
Okay.
like what kind
Thank
of
you.
articles
What
of
was
clothes?
the article of clothes you tried to return in this store?
Well, the clothes that I want to return in that shop or a store is a cocktail dress. So a cocktail dress
Mm-hmm.
has something broken down. So I want to return it. So that's why they
Mm-hmm.
don't get the
Okay.
stuff.
Was it your first purchase in this store?
Well, actually, that's my, I think, third time or fourth time. I always shop that store, but they are really strict about returning some clothes or something like, because they have a policy: no return, no exchange. So for me, I learned my lesson that if I'm going to shop in that shop again, I make sure that all the stuff that I want to buy, it's really perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Was this store far from your house?
Well, talking about the far, it takes only about 30 minutes to drive. And then if you're going to go by foot, it takes for about an hour to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, Candidate B, for your questions. Now, Candidate B, I would want you to talk about something new that you would like to try. For 1.5 minutes, your partner will ask you follow-up questions.
Okay. I want to try. Okay, I want to try to paint new art. Uh, I never. I never painted fruits before, so I want to try to do it now. I think it will be not easy for me to paint it because I need to think about shadows and lights on this painting, and I never did it before. And also, uh, I really. Um, After I want to try to sell it online, maybe the, but I'm not sure if someone will buy it. And uh, I want to try to do it with acrylic paints, uh, as I never did it before. And I think it will be a useful experience for me to 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 try to do it. And I think that my husband will support me in this in this try, yeah, in my thoughts, and we'll see what will he tell me as a um, as a I don't know how to say it, as a okay, and we'll see what my husband will tell me. Will he
All right.
support me or he will not?
All right. Thank you so much, candidate A. Now, candidate B, please ask your follow-up questions.
Okay. You're talking about the painting. So, what are the materials that you are going to use in your painting?
I will use paper, brushes, and acrylic paints.
Okay. And what color that you like to put on your painting?
Uh, my favorite color is yellow, so definitely I will put the yellow color on it. Also, I like the green color, and I will try to play with those colors. And maybe red, something with the red. So I think I will put the red too.
Okay. And what size you are going to plant in your painting? The sizes.
Size, okay. Um, I will tell you in centimeters. I think it will be like 30 by 30, or maybe 30 by 40. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes.
So, uh, did you do some sketches in your painting before you put color?
No, I will watch a YouTube video and will try to repeat every move by after the author of video.
Okay. And did you?
Well, thank you so much, candidate B, for your questions. It is time to plan and decide something together. You both have a friend and you are planning together to take your friend to a festival, food festival nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay? So you have to plan and decide together about going to that food festival.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Laila. So
Hello.
yeah. So we know that our friends is we are going to take her to a food festival. Uh, what transportation that we are going to use for?
I think we should plan our route, and we should look for traffic jams, and we need to ask her about her favorite cuisine, and we can enjoy the food together. How do you think?
Yeah, it's nice to have like that. But I know that if talking about the festival, it's really it's very difficult for the traffic. So I think we need to find a place that we can park some or your car, and then we can walk through the festival, right? So we can saw the some
Yes, yes,
display. When you are walking, we can see the different food that we can choose, and you know you know
yes.
that.
So yes, also I think we, besides of parking slot, we should take a photo camera, and also we can take pictures while we will go to this food festival. How do you think?
Yeah, it's great. It's
Enjoy.
great. Great plan. It's
Mm-hmm.
great plan. I love also taking a picture. But nowadays I think instead of camera, while we are not going to use our mobile phone,
Because the
because
quality, of photos will be more professional, I think so, and also and then we can then we can photo print it. Uh, Also, we can choose to dress up in one mode, you, me, and our friend, to this food festival.
Wow, it's great. I love that idea. Yeah, I know. And then you know what? Uh that festival, I think there's a lot of foods, I think international food. But
Mhm.
know that what her favorite, international cuisine, something like that?
Yes,
Did
I
you
think she likes mm, okay, Vietnamese food, and uh, we can Google it or search online where will be Vietnamese food located on this festival, and then we can go together and try some.
yeah, I think, but well, we're going to ask her what is their favorite food in as what you told me is Vietnamese
Mm-hmm.
food. And then so we need to call her, and we need to tell her our plan if she's going to agree to our plan.
Yes, then we need to put on schedule this, and and then go together.
Yeah, so we need to to do some off or some holiday from our job,
Yes,
so
yes, we
we
need
can go
to book a
together.
holiday.
So it will have fun to go for food because I am foodie girl. That's why I
Oh,
am.
and too.
Yeah, I love food. I love food. So I think it's so
Well,
fun.
thank you so much, Candidate A and Candidate B. This is the end of the Decide and Plan Together section. Now it is time for the listening test. Brace yourself. I'm going to share the screen with you with sound. Remember, a recording would be played twice, and you have to answer 3 questions each. I hope you can see the screen.
Yeah,
You both would have to tell me what time of the year. This is for Layla. Beautiful. Whenever somebody will give you this topic, favorite time of the year. You can pick Christmas, you can pick New Year. You might also pick any of your favorite seasons as your favorite time of the year. Write it down somewhere. This is an important topic for IELTS A1 life skills, where the examiner can ask you about your favorite time of the year.
Thank you.
All right, and favorite time of the day is also a topic because favorite time of the day is morning, evening, or afternoon.
Okay.
All right, so let's listen to this recording. What time of the year are they talking about? Spring, autumn, or winter? Let's listen.
Entry 1, Task 1. Script 1.
I really like the cold, and I love it when it snows. It's very exciting and a lot of fun. It's my birthday in January, so it's my favourite month. I love walking in the park and seeing the trees with no leaves. They look beautiful. My husband likes that time of year too.
Script 2.
I don't like the cold. It's good when it starts to get warm, and nice to see the leaves on the trees start to grow again. I love to see the flowers in the park. They're beautiful too. My birthday is in April, so that's my favourite month. My children love this time of year too.
All right, candidate A, please tell me in the first recording what time of the year are they talking about? Spring, autumn, or winter?
you're talking about winter time.
All right, candidate B, what time of the year are they talking about in the second recording? Spring, autumn, or winter?
They're talking about springtime.
Spring, autumn, or winter? That was not clear. Second recording.
They're talking about springtime.
Springtime. Okay, spring. All right, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay, let's listen further, and you have to answer a few more questions. Candidate B, you will tell me from the first recording, what month is the speaker's birthday, right? And what does he like to see in the park? Candidate A, in the second recording, what does the speaker like to see in the park and what month is his birthday, right? So
Okay,
it's
ma'am.
just a switch. You guys have to tell me what does the speaker like to see in the park, and you also have to tell me what month is the speaker's birthday.
Okay, ma'am.
Script 1.
I really like the cold, and I love it when it snows. It's very exciting and a lot of fun. It's my birthday in January, so it's my favourite month. I love walking in the park and seeing the trees with no leaves. They look beautiful. My husband likes that time of year too.
Script 2.
I don't like the cold. It's good when it starts to get warm, and nice to see the leaves on the trees start to grow again. I love to see the flowers in the park. They're beautiful too. My birthday is in April, so that's my favourite month. My children love this time of year too.
All right, candidate B, from the first recording, what month is the speaker's birthday?
In January.
All right, and what does she like to see in the park?
She likes to see a tree with no leaves.
All right, candidate A, in the second recording, what does the speaker like to see in the park?
Well, he likes to see the flowers at the park.
And what month is his birthday?
His birthday is April.
Is in April. Well, thank you so much. This is the end of the listening test, and both of you have passed this listening test. Now it is time for the discussion section by giving you some prompt questions. We are going to discuss about sports, right? Sports played in the winters. Sports and games in the winters, let's say, right? You have to discuss this with each other for 3 minutes. If you guys will lose track, I'll guide you with more questions. Your time begins now. Winter sports and games.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that skating in winter is really, really in on that time, right? And I like to learn how to skate because I don't know how to, to do it. And how about you, Laila?
I really like to snowboarding in the winter time, and also I would like to know how to ski because I never did it before. What about you? Do you like to know how to snowboard? How to,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I really like to know how to snowboard because in my country I don't have any snowboard, but I really love to do that. And also I think that's my first thing I want to learn because in the snow place or something like that. But I think it's really great experience to know I knew something in about like winter time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So candidate A and candidate B, would you please talk about any famous winter sports played in your country?
Okay.
Um,
In your country, as I know that is Russian is full of snow, so like us like ski competition, is there any ski competition about there, like as what I heard from television, that there's a lot of sports, something like ski competition, right?
ski competition?
Yep.
Yes, I think we have a lot of sportsmen, uh, famous sportsmen. Also, the Olympic Games winners in this uh, in yeah, in this winter sport. Uh, but actually, we have one famous ice hockey player. His name is Alexander Ovechkin. I
Yeah.
used to uh, study with him in one school, by the way, and this is true.
Oh,
What about you?
really?
Do you know any famous winter sportsmen?
Well, speaking of winter sportsman, I really don't know, and I only know it's only ski competition as I saw in television, but I really don't have any idea about or hockey, ice hockey, or something like that. But as what I heard in or what I was in television, that there's something ice ski and ice hockey, but I don't have any I know information about that because it's really a new things for me.
Candidate A and Candidate B, you may also talk about how winter sports differ from summer sports and why do you prefer winter sports?
Okay, uh, continue.
Yeah, talking about the winter sport, I think for me, I don't like winter sport because it's really cold and you need to wear some thick clothes while you are playing. And then I prepare the summer clothes because you just wear some short or some t-shirt and you can move properly. So I think that's the best for like summer sports, something like that. How
Mm-hmm.
about what do you think about?
Well, as long as summer my favorite season, I agree with you, and I like to. I prefer summer sport than winter sport. I like to play tennis. I used to play tennis from 7 to 12 years, I think.
Oh,
So,
well,
have you ever tried mm, uh, to play summer sports in your life?
well, talking about summer sports, so I used to play volleyball before and basketball, but when the time that I have injury from basketball and volleyball, so I quit it. So, well, there's a lot of summer sports also that I like to learn, but it's very difficult.
Well, thank you so much, Candidate A and Candidate B. This is the end of the test. Good luck for your result.
Mhm.
Okay, now Elsie, there is a point in this one for you.
Mhm.
Examiner is equally involved in the third part, last part of discussion, right? If they miss the track or they kind of fail to interact properly, see, I gave you some questions, you had a lot of idea what to talk about, right? So it's all
Yeah.
right. Just keep the conversation going, and the examiner would be equally involved to guide you guys with impromptu questions. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. Okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
thank you so much, both of you, for joining. You
Thank
both
you,
passed
mom.
this test.
Thank
Yay!
you, mom.
Yes,
Thank you,
take
mom.
care.
Thank
I will
you.
speak to you guys
I just
tomorrow.
I
Take
have
care.
only
Bye,
two
guys.